Okay, today we're doing angle of elevation, angle of depression. This all ties into trig, so it's really just making trig word problems. And to make trig word problems, you just have to draw the picture first, and then after you draw the picture, you're just doing trig. So angle of elevation is the angle formed by a horizontal line and a line of sight to a point above the line. So, for example, if you had a horizontal line here, and then a line of sight like you were looking up, this space in between would be considered my angle of elevation. So angle of depression is the line of sight formed by a horizontal line and a line of sight to a point below the line. So for example, if you were looking straight, that would be your horizontal line here. But in case you were actually looking down, that's your line of sight. This space in between it would be considered your angle of depression. So this would be considered your angle of depression. Alright, we're going to do 4 examples. And I gave you the half sheet that we'll be doing the 4 examples on. Okay, number 1 says a balloon on a 40-foot string makes an angle of 50 degrees with the ground. How high above the ground is the balloon if the hand of the person holding the balloon is 6 feet above the ground? So, what I always say, start off with is your right triangle. And the balloon is 40 feet and it's slanted because if the wind's blowing, it's not going to be just hanging straight up. So it's 40 feet. And then it makes a 50-degree angle with the ground. How high above the ground? So if this is my balloon, how high above the ground if the person holding the balloon is 6 feet above the ground? So you're going to use trig. 50 is your given angle. If you go across, this will be your opposite. This will be your hypotenuse. So what would you use? Sine. So sine 50 equals opposite over hypotenuse. And when the variable's on top, you multiply, you just bring it in front. So you're going to put 40 sine 50 equals x. You put that in the calculator. X equals 30.6. Okay, on this example 3, it says a ladder leaning against the house makes an angle of 60 degrees with the ground. The foot of the ladder is 7 feet from the foundation of the house. How long is the ladder? So, right triangle. This is my ladder over here. Okay. Makes a 60-degree angle with the ground. The foot of the ladder is 7 feet away from the foundation of the house. So this would be my house over here. How long is the ladder? So this is my angle. Okay, so the 60 degrees is my angle. The 7 is my adjacent. The x is my hypotenuse. So which one do I use? Sine. So sine 60 equals adjacent over hypotenuse. When the x is on bottom, they switch places. So x equals 7 divided by sine 60, which is x equals 8.1. So that's how long the ladder is. 8.1 feet, matter of fact. Okay, this one, I don't know what number it was. But it says from the top of a tower, the angle of depression to a stake on the ground is 72 degrees. The top of the tower is 80 feet above the ground. How far is the stake from the foot of the tower? So right triangle. The top of the tower, so over here would be my tower. The angle of depression is here. The top of the tower is 80 feet above the ground. 80. How far is the stake from the foot in the ground? From the foot of the tower. And notice that the 72 degrees is outside of my triangle. But if you remember alternate interior angles, look, alternate interior angles, these angles are equal. So this one's also 72. So this would be my opposite and adjacent. So I would use tangent. Tan 72 equals opposite over adjacent. So x equals 80 over tan 72, which is 80 divided by tan 72. Is x equals pretty much 26 feet. Okay, this is the last one. Last one. Try by yourself. Press pause. Meditate. Alright. So, a tree. So, start with your right triangle. A tree is 40 feet high. I'm going to cast a shadow on the ground, 58 feet long. What is the angle of elevation to the sun? So, this would be my opposite and adjacent. So, I'm using tan. X equals opposite over adjacent. Since I'm looking for the angle, I have to use inverse tangent. Which would give you second tangent 40 divided by 58. 34.6 degrees. And that's it. See you tomorrow.